Hey guys, welcome to day number 2 of Joseph teaching us how to dream. We're going to talk about chapter 39 today in Genesis, and this is where Joseph has been sold into slavery, and he is going to work at Potiphar's house. And Potiphar, let's see, who's Potiphar? He was an Egyptian officer. He was the captain of the guard for Pharaoh, the king of Egypt. So he was a really important person. And when he goes to work for Potiphar, he does such an amazing job that Potiphar moves him to the highest position in his household. And it's not just like his house, but like everything that Potiphar owns personally, which is probably a lot of stuff. And so Joseph has moved up, and it really reads like he moves up pretty quickly. I mean, he's really responsible. He's really smart. God gives him a lot of favor and a lot of blessing. And then many of you know the story that Potiphar's wife thinks Joseph is pretty good looking, and I don't know what's going on with her, but she wants to sleep with him. He says no. She accuses him of attacking her. She gets him in big trouble, and so her husband Potiphar throws him into jail. Here's the lesson I want us to take away today. As it relates to our dreams, our calling, pursuing that thing in life that we want to pursue, to do something great, to have a significant life, to live with purpose. There are going to be times in your life, and I know you've likely had them, where God will raise you up, and then in a moment, he'll bring you back down. And sometimes it's not him bringing us down. Sometimes it's us bringing us down. But there's times when he'll raise us up, and it'll be circumstances outside of our control that bring us down. Maybe we're building a business, and part of the business just falls apart. Not because we mismanaged it, but somebody just chooses to leave. Maybe we're pursuing something, and I mean, God forbid we get sick, or somebody else gets sick, or I don't know what, but there's something, as life happens that we can't control, and we were on our way, man. We could see it. We could see the palace, right? From the promise to the palace, right? We could see the palace. It was in our sights, but it wasn't time yet. And God, in a moment, just brings us down, right? And sometimes that's a big deal, like a really big deal, like we had gotten so close to the top, and he brings us down far. And sometimes it's little hiccups like this. We're just like riding a wave, right? Boom, 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 right? And so we go up a little bit, and we fall back down. We go up, but we look back, and what we get frustrated about is not the big fall, but the fact that we're still kind of where we were a year ago or 2 years ago or 3 years ago, right? We're like, oh, we came up and then we came back down, right? So I want you to know that a lot of times that's God. And it's God because he knows the plan. Here's the message today. And the message that we're really sharing a lot is your dream did not come from you. There is a dream giver. Okay. And the dream giver sees from the promise to the palace. He sees the whole process. He can see the whole thing, and he knows the direction he needs to take you to prepare you. God had to take Joseph to the jail so he could meet the cupbearer to the king, so that the cupbearer could eventually tell the king, even though he's kind of late, but at the right exact time, what the Pharaoh needed to hear so that Joseph could eventually get to his destiny, could eventually get to the palace. You have to trust that the dream giver knows the way to the dream better than you do. Certainly better than you do. You've got to trust that and know that when he takes you up and brings you back down, okay, he's positioning you. And do I know if you're currently in a kind of downward position? Do I know why? Do you know why or where it's leading you or how it fits in? No, we don't. We can only do that in hindsight, but God does know. And in that, we have to be faithful. If we'll continue to be faithful, He'll continue to bring us up, and good things will happen. From the promise to the palace is the process, so stay true to it. All right, have a great day.